So our next topic of discussion is reaction with nitrous acid. So in this lecture I will tell you about the reaction of nitrous acid with different amines. That is, there are primary, secondary and tertiary amines, and right now till now you should know that what is the difference between primary, secondary and tertiary amine. So these primary, secondary and tertiary amine react differently with the nitrous acid. Since nitrous acid is unstable, it is prepared in situ by the action of dilute hydrochloric acid with acid on sodium nitrite. So when dilute nitrous acid made to react with the HCl in situ, the sodium nitrite is made to react with the dilute HCl. It result in the formation of nitrous acid. And in I use the word in situ. In situ means it is generated during the reaction. So it is not added from the it is not added from a container or something else. It is just generated during the reaction and consumed in the reaction, so it is called in situ. So let me repeat again, that nitrous acid is prepared in situ by the action of dilute action of dilute hydrochloric acid on sodium nitrite. So primary, and how does primary amine reacts with the nitrous acid? Let's see. Aromatic primary amine react with the nitrous acid at 273 to 278 Kelvin to form the arene diazonium salts. So these are the arene diazonium salts plus 2 molecules of water. So these are the arene diazonium salts. So this reaction of converting aromatic primary amine into diazonium salts by treatment with a cold solution of nitrous acid is called diazotization reaction. So this is also called diazotization. So this reaction comes in your exam so many times. When you have been asked directly to discuss the diazotization, that examiner will ask you what is diazotization. So you will write that the reaction of aromatic primary amines with nitrous acid at 273 to 278 Kelvin, that is 0 to 5 degrees Celsius, to form arene diazonium salts is called diazotization. Further, the primary aliphatic amines also reacts. That is, it was the aromatic primary aromatic amine. Further, primary aliphatic amine also react with the cold nitrous acid. This is the primary amine, aliphatic amine. They react with the cold nitrous acid, that is NaNO2 HCl, react with the cold nitrous acid to yield diazonium salts. So at 273 to 278 Kelvin, it results in the formation of this diazonium salt. This is called diazonium salt. So it is very unstable, and it further decomposes to nitrogen plus alcohol plus alkenes and alkyl halides. So now you can clearly differentiate between the products of this reaction and this reaction. That is, how differently this nitrous acid reacts with the aromatic amines and aliphatic amines. That is, primary aromatic amine and primary aliphatic amines. Primary aromatic amines react in the formation of diazonium chloride. This is called benzene diazonium chloride. Whereas these primary aliphatic amine reacts in the formation of nitrogen plus alcohol, alkene and alkyl halide. Here like in the this reaction diazotization, here diazonium salt also formed, but this diazonium salt is very much unstable and it immediately decomposes into nitrogen, evolves the nitrogen gas, further alcohol, alkene, alkyl halide. So the quantitative evolution of N2 in this reaction form the basis of Van-Slick method for estimation of primary amines, amino group in amino acids and protein. Since no other class of amines liberate N2 gas on treatment with nitrous acid, therefore this reaction is used as a test for the aliphatic primary amine. So since no other class of the amines, that is neither secondary amine nor tertiary amine or not aromatic amines, result in the evolution of nitrogen gas. So if you treat a given sample of amine with the nitrous acid and further it results in the formation of nitrogen gas, then you can say that the given amine is a primary aliphatic amine. So this is the test for the primary aliphatic amine. Further we will see how does the secondary amine reacts with the secondary amine or 2-degree amines. How does the secondary amines react with the nitrous acid? Both aliphatic and aromatic secondary amines react with the nitrous acid to give the N-nitrosoamines, which being insoluble in dilute mineral acid separate out as a yellow oily compound. So now I will write the same reaction. This is the secondary amine R2NH. It reacts with the nitrous acid HONO. Secondary amine, this secondary amine will react in the formation of N-nitrosoamine, N-nitrosodialkyl amine. Further the aromatic secondary amine, that is this methyl, this is a secondary aromatic amine methylaniline, react with the nitrous acid HONO. HONO or HNO2 both are same things. So it reacts with the nitrous acid secondary aromatic amine, it resulting the further formation of N-nitrosoamine, and product in this particular reaction is this product in this reaction is the N-nitroso N-methyl-aniline, and both of them are, these are yellow, their physical state is yellow colored oil. This also formed as yellow colored oil. So if you have been given any sample of amine and you will treat it with the nitrous acid, if there is a evolution of nitrogen gas, then it will be a primary amine, aliphatic primary amine. If there is a formation of diazonium salt, then it is called aromatic primary amine. And if there is a formation of yellow oil, physically you can see that yellow oil, then it will be a secondary either aromatic amine or aliphatic amine. This is aliphatic amine, this is the aromatic amine, because here aromatic group is present, so it is called as aromatic amine. These N-nitrosoamines on warming with the crystal of phenol and a few drop of concentrated H2SO4 forms a green solution which changes to red on pouring into excess water and becomes deep blue when made alkaline. This reaction is called Lieberman-Nitroso reaction and is used as a test for the secondary amine. It means when this nitrosoamine, either this or this, when they are treated with the H2SO4, when they are treated with the H2SO4, they result in the formation of secondary amine plus nitrous acid, further, or then this is the react with the, and further this nitrous acid thus produce react with the phenol to form the para nitrosophenol, that is phenol. This nitrous acid produced here will react with the, further I will write here it, this reacts with the phenol, this is phenol, this reacts with the phenol and result in the formation of, to give a para nitrosophenol which react with the another molecule of phenol. So this is para so this is the para nitrosophenol. Further it tautomerizes into para nitrosophenol. So this reaction is not for much not for much importance for you, otherwise this is an important reaction which is further result in the formation of deep blue color solution. But you should know about this reaction, that is how does secondary amines, whether aliphatic or aromatic, reacts with the nitrous acid to which result in the formation of yellow colored oil. So you have been asked in the paper that why does yellow colored oil, or how you will confirm that that in a given mixture the secondary amines are present. So you will write this reaction and product, and below the product you will write yellow colored oil. So you will write that the product formed during the reaction of secondary amines with nitrous acid are N-nitrosoamines, and these are yellow colored oils. So they are helpful in distinguishing the secondary amines. Further, our next section is how does it was primary amine. First of all, we studied primary amine, that means secondary amines. Reaction for secondary aliphatic and aromatic amine was same with the nitrous acid, whereas there was slight difference in the aromatic and aliphatic amines. In case of aliphatic amine, there was a liberation of nitrogen gas, whereas in case of aromatic amine, there was a formation of diazonium salt. Diazonium salt was also formed during aliphatic amines, but it was highly unstable, so it further decomposes to form such a products. Further, we will study the reaction of aromatic amines, tertiary amines. We study the reaction of tertiary amine. We will study this reaction with the nitrous acid. So we have two type of tertiary amine. One is aliphatic and other is the aromatic. So first of all, we will take the aromatic tertiary amine. So how does they react? Aromatic tertiary amines. So we will see now. Aromatic tertiary amine undergo electrophilic substitution with the nitrosonium ion at para position of the phenyl ring to form green colored para nitrosoamines. So let us suppose we have been given with this example of tertiary amine. Tertiary means nitrogen is attached to 3 carbons. So this is the aromatic tertiary amine. It reacts with the nitrous acid, that is HNO2, to form this product. So this is NN dimethyl aniline. This is nitrous acid. Both of them react between themselves to produce this product, and this product is a para-nitroso NN dimethyl aniline. Para-nitroso, why? Because ortho meta para, at para position this nitroso group is present, and other thing is the same, that is NN dimethyl aniline, and it is the green colored compound. This is the green colored compound, para-nitroso NN dimethyl aniline. Para-nitroso because there is nitroso group at the para position. It was an electrophilic substitution reaction with the nitrosonium ion at para position of the phenyl ring to form green colored para nitrosoamines. This is the product. So in case of aromatic tertiary amine, there is the formation of nitroso products, different nitroso products. Further, let us see how does first of all let's do its mechanism. So mechanism, we may start from the nitrous acid. So this is nitrous acid. Here two lone pair of electrons are present on oxygen. They react with this proton from the HCl, H positive, to form this product. Further, this intermediate forms the H2O plus nitrosonium ion, that is NO positive, and it may be written in detail as NO positive charge is present here. So this is a nitrosonium ion. Further, this nitrosonium ion this is NN dimethyl aniline. This nitrosonium ion carrying positive charge is attacked by this. First of all, there is a single lone pair of electron on nitrogen. This lone pair is donated to this carbon nitrogen bond of aniline, and from here this double bond migrates to this position, and further this double bond attacks the nitrosonium ion, because nitrosonium ion is a electron deficient species, whereas benzene ring is a electron rich species. So where does from this hydrogen comes? This hydrogen comes from this point, because here is carbon plus hydrogen, carbon plus hydrogen, carbon plus hydrogen, carbon plus hydrogen. So this is the hydrogen which is already present in the benzene ring. Further, this bond goes to this carbon, and further this bond from this double bond migrates to this position, and this pi bond goes to nitrogen as a lone pair of electrons. So let's see what is the product. Here one proton is removed, as initially one proton was consumed, and it results in the formation of N-nitrosonium, N-nitroso, N-nitroso, P-nitroso, NN dimethyl aniline. So P-nitroso, why P-nitroso? Because this nitrosonium group comes to the ortho meta and para, this para carbon, and comes to this para position. So this is the product. So it may be emphasized here that as compared to electrophilic species involved in the halogenation, nitration, sulfonation, etc. Nitrosonium ion is a very weak electrophile and thus reacts only with the aromatic compounds containing strongly activating groups such as dialkyl amino and hydroxy groups. Further, this was the aromatic tertiary amine as I told you. Now we will see how does the aliphatic amines reacts with the aliphatic tertiary amines reacts with the nitrous acids. So the aliphatic tertiary amines reacts with the nitrous acid to form water soluble nitrite salts. So this is the tertiary aliphatic amine. It reacts with the nitrous acid and result in the formation of water soluble nitrite salts. This is the water soluble nitrite salt. It is a trialkyl ammonium nitrate. So this is the general name, trialkyl ammonium nitrite. Sometimes these amine salt decomposes to yield N-nitroso derivative of secondary amines along with an aldehyde or a ketone. So sometimes these trialkyl ammonium derivative further decompose to yield N-nitroso derivative of secondary amine. It means they will further decomposes to form plus aldehyde or ketone. So this is the product. So if you will treat a given sample of amine, there will be different kind of product will be formed. Amine, when you will treat amine with the HNO2, that is nitrous acid, there will be different kind of product. If there will be a formation of diazotized product, and then it will be a primary. If there is a form of diazotized product, then it will be a primary aromatic amine. If there is the evolution of nitrogen gas, then it will be a primary aliphatic amine. If there is the formation of that yellow oil, then it will be a secondary either aliphatic or aromatic amine. Further, if there is the formation of green colored paranitroso, green color, and you may write here why yellow color appears, why green color appear, then they will be a tertiary aromatic amines. And if there is the formation of water soluble trialkyl ammonium nitrite, water soluble salts, and what are those water soluble salts? These are trialkyl ammonium salts as I have written here. So you can write that why they are amines are water soluble due to presence of this group, trialkyl ammonium group. Why there is green color? Due to formation of this compound. Why there is yellow oil? Due to formation of that compound I told you earlier. So if water soluble form, then it means there are tertiary aliphatic amine. So all of the amines give different products with the nitrous acid, and these different products are helpful in distinguishing their characteristic, that whether they are primary amines, secondary amines or tertiary amines. So you can do different examples of these reactions so that it may become more clear to you that how does these different products differs and why why there is a formation of such a, as why yellow oil appears, why green colored compound appear, or why water soluble salts appear.